Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you all so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. I am really happy tonight to go over the astrology of the full moon, the double full moon in Aquarius. I forgot to put that on the title. This is the second full moon in Aquarius that we're having this season, and it is happening on Sunday around 5 a.m. Pacific time, and it is happening at 29 degrees. So it is very, very powerful. It's the portal basically that is bringing the energy of the Lion's Gate to this like epic kind of climax. We did have the powerful, most activating energy of the Lion's Gate on that new moon in Leo, but now it reaches, the full period, and things will be revealed. I feel like this is going to be a very revealing kind of moon, and we're going to talk about in detail the astrology of all of it. I've got my books, I've got my notes, I've got everything here, and we're going to be channeling this message as well. But I do want to say hi to everyone in the chat. Hello, Orbicron, welcome. Jess, welcome. Valerie, how are you? Shannon, so good to have you here. Niesha, welcome. Morningstar Dawn, hello. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, and if you're on MeWe, if you want to go to MeWe, I have a group on there, Channel for Grace, STARSEED Soul Tribe. But I just got back on Instagram after a 6-month break. I created a new account, so if you used to follow me, you won't be following me now, so you have to go find me at Channel for Grace and make sure that you follow me on there as well. I also created a second group on Instagram. Wendy, how are you? So good to see you. A second group on Instagram that's called Moon Goddess Training. I am getting ready to do another round of the Moon Goddess Training in October, and this time I decided to create an Instagram group for it where I can talk about anything and everything that has to do with the Moon Goddess and all of the cool things that I'm going to be planning, and give you guys little previews of the program and everything like that. So make sure to follow that account as well at Moon Goddess Training. But I am ecstatic as well. We're having our mini soul healing retreat, which starts on Monday. To sign up, click the link in the description. It's completely free, and all of the content will be delivered to you via your email. It is 4 days of taking care of yourself, doing exercises, not like working out, but like journaling, meditation, chanting, or listening to mantra. There's also a very powerful astral starseed journey that we're taking, and I talk about all these different topics during the 4 days, and you get one email a day with all of the information. So I would love for you guys to join me for that. At the end of that, we'll have a live webinar where I'll discuss different ways or more ways that you can listen to your soul on a daily basis. And that webinar will be happening here on YouTube, but I would love for you guys to enjoy the retreat before we get to that point, so you kind of know what the experience was, and that will be an opportunity for us to share our experiences for the 4 days. We're also running our next 5-day chakra balancing doTERRA essential oil challenge. It starts on September 13th. I'm like, things are moving so fast. It's coming up really quickly. And if you want to join us, there's a couple of different ways that you can join us for that challenge. Every day we teach you how to use essential oils to balance your chakras. And we're going to go through all of the chakras. And I'm doing this with Shannon. So she's Stories from the Lion's Mane. You can follow her here on YouTube. But we'll be focusing on how to take care of ourselves in terms of our chakras, the emotionally, physically, mentally, all of it, energetically, all of it. So we're so excited for that to start. You want to make sure you sign up now because you want to get your oils before we start. Otherwise, you'll be watching replays, which is totally cool because we will record everything and you will be able to do it like on your own time if you need to, or repeat it if you want to. But we'll be going live on Zoom every single day for that challenge. So, and be able to talk and share and learn new things about using essential oils. And I've been really getting into that lately. And so that's something that I want to invite you guys to. There's a link in the description, and Stories from the Lion's Mane just posted it as well, to sign up for it, and then to the instructions on how to order your oils, basically. So basically, you're either a new doTERRA customer or already a customer, and we just give you instructions on how to set that up. So I am so excited about that as well. I'm still doing a special this month. So if you purchase a Starseed reading, you get a free oil or the free Stargates calendar, depending on whether you're in the US or outside. So in the US, you get a free oil. You can check all the oils out on my Etsy shop, and I will be running a Labor Day sale for the oil. So if those of you guys that have it in your cart, get ready because that's coming up soon, and I'm really excited about that. Also, I'll be running another special in September for Astral Starseed DNA activation. So be on the lookout for that. The best way to stay in contact is to get on my email list by downloading my free moon astrology guide, which will tell you what your psychic gifts are based off of your moon sign. And then I send out a weekly moon magic report, basically the horoscope, the astrology for the whole week, which people love. I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm just seeing crying, laughing faces in the chat, and I'm laughing. I'm like a robot with these little announcements. I got it pretty good. I got it down pretty good. I think that's everything that I wanted to share with you guys. Yes. Well, we did module 6-2 of Mars, Aquarian Astrology level 1. If you want to study astrology, boom shakalaka. We got 6 modules now. And the next one will be in November, where we're going to talk about Jupiter. So you better catch up before we get there. I'm just kidding. Oh, I love you guys. It's so good to have you guys in here. Hello, Magali. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Hello, Sage. Let's see. What did Don say? If you have more than one starseed marking, are you by... What? Racial? I don't think starseed markings are considered a race. I think they're like they're nothing. They're undefined. But a lot of us have many of them, multiple ones. It's not just, you don't just have one specific one. I get this question a lot. This is a good question. But the reason why it can be like, wait, what? I thought I was one. That's not true, because we've had many. If you're a starseed, you've had many past lives on many different star systems and many different places in the universe, other planets in the universe. And because of that, these are things that you always carry with you, like the experiences your soul collects. So it just happens that now you're here on Earth, but you have all of these connections, you have all of this wisdom, you have all of this energy that comes with you into this lifetime. So that's why the multiple starseed markings. And I noticed that most people that are drawn to my channel or drawn to getting readings from me have many starseed markings, and some have a lot and some have not that many. But either way, it's like most people have more than one. Like, I can assure you of that. So if you feel drawn, that's intuitively your soul saying, yes, it's time to learn your cosmic perspective. That's what I tell people. When you get a starseed reading, by the end of the reading, you have a cosmic perspective of your soul, not just a physical incarnation here on earth. It's like, now here's where you're cosmically from and where you've had past lives. And it's so cool. Those are the best. I love doing those readings, but it's actually a really, really good, a good question. Hello, Willie. Welcome in. Yes. A robot. I always say I am not a robot in a robot voice. But that's exciting. There's so much going on. I love it. This is it. This is like, it's the summer. Like, come on. Why not? Why not? When the fall comes, the energy shifts. So let's just freaking blast it while it's happening. Did I tell you to make sure to follow me on Instagram? Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, so let's actually talk about this astrology. So I need to grab my iPad, which is on the flow. Don't ask me why it's on the floor. I'm just kidding. It's charging. Well, I'm being obnoxious today. I actually like it. I like this silly energy. Today, the moon just moved into Aquarius. And so we're already starting to feel those full moon vibes, and they're coming in strong. It's going to be a wild weekend. But I think this is a good one. This is a good one. There's a lot that we're going to talk about right now. We're going to talk about a lot. All right. I am fully unprepared. Oh, this is so freaking funny. But I'm going to actually pull the chart of the moon first. And then we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Let's go backwards. Back. Did I just sound like a chicken? All right. So now we are present. Are you ready, Orion classroom? Okay. Let's see. Oh, yes. I'm looking at the comments. Oh, today was rough for you. Dude, I saw the moon yesterday already. It's like so intense. Can you guys see the chart? Let me know when you can see the chart. And let's just freaking dive right in. So the way that you tell that there is indeed a full moon happening is you have to look at the sun and the moon, of course. When the sun and the moon are opposing, you've got a full moon, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. 29 degrees, 37 minutes. Those are cool numbers. 29 degrees, 37 minutes. So this is intense. There's so much going on. Look at Jupiter. Jupiter's like right there with the moon. He's gonna and think about it. So right now the moon is about like right here. You know, it's like near Saturn right now. I think it passed it already, but it's like moving up, and it's gonna meet up with Jupiter tomorrow, and then it's gonna like exactly oppose the sun. So she's already there. She's already there. Like, I feel like the portal is already opening. Now, what an Aquarius moon in general represents is we're going to start with the basic stuff, and then we're going to get buck wild. Oh my God. Okay. Innovation, mind activation, heightened intellectual activities, humanitarian issues, the people, friends, sharing your gifts with the world, and I already said it, but innovation, new thinking, freedom, revolution, la revolución. Okay, so that's the kind of vibes that this moon is all about. So that's the general energy of it, but it's not a general moon. It's not your everyday just moon in Aquarius. We got Jupiter right here, and it's at the last degree of Aquarius. So what in the world does that even mean? At 29 degrees of Leo, let's talk about this for a second, is a fixed star. And it's called Regulus. And it's not just any star. It's one of the 4 royal fixed stars found in the heart of the Lion constellation. And I want to read to you guys what this means. Like, what are the energies? If you've gotten a starseed reading from me, you may have like heard this information before, but I want to read it to you so you can understand what we're dealing with here. So Regulus is located at 29 degrees of Leo or 0 degrees of Virgo. It is the bright star at the heart of the Lion constellation and the alpha of the Leo constellation. It is the guardian of the northern sky as it pre-announces the summer solstice. Every royal fixed star has a connection to an archangel, and the angelic signature for this star is Archangel Raphael. Now, approximately 4,000 years ago, the summer solstice occurred in Leo, and that fits the perennial rulership of the sign of Leo by the sun, as the summer solstice is the time of the sun's greatest strength. So that means that a long time ago, the sun actually got to the solstice, the summer solstice, when it started Leo, the Leo season. And so for many civilizations, the lion has served as a symbol of God and the goddess. In the ancient city of Nineveh, for example, the present-day city of Mosul, Iraq, it was said that the strength of the people's heart does not weaken because the star of Leo is large. Regulus was considered a star that controlled everything. In astrology, the sun is the ruler of Leo, which also rules our hearts. Archangel Raphael in Hebrew means the healing power of God, or he who heals. So he's the archangel of healing. He's associated with the caduceus, which is that staff with the 2 serpents that wrap around it that have those little wings. It's like the symbol of medicine. And it was believed that, you know, the book of Enoch? If anybody knows the book of Enoch, it is believed that Archangel Raphael was actually Enoch and that he wrote that book. So it's obviously not included in the Bible because we know what happens when the truth comes out. But channeling the emerald green ray of the heart chakra, which is what Regulus and Archangel Raphael are all about. I mean, this is heart healing, full on heart healing. Archangel Raphael infinitely supports healing of the mind, body, and spirit, Heteria, and soul to all that ask, so that we can enjoy good health, prosperity, and peace. So that is the power of Regulus, the star found at the heart of the lion. This is also the star that has connections to kings and queens, really famous people in leadership positions usually have a connection to Regulus, either their sun or their moon or their rising or their midheaven, or they have a planet at this point. And that is a strong connection. It's like leadership. It's the king of the jungle. I don't know why they call the lion the king of the jungle when he's like the king of like the desert. It's the king of the Sahara. Anyways, basically this is a very, 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 very powerful connection to the lion. And that's why we're still in like this Lionsgate energy. We're still in the god, the lioness, the lion, the goddess, God, goddess energy. And this is our hearts. And Leo, 29 degrees of Omicron, 29 degrees of Leo is like the completion of the journey of the heart. It is the full like expansion of the heart. because Leo represents that heart energy. And when we transit through the degrees of Leo and we get to the last degree, this is like the full heart opening, like heart, I don't even know. There's no words. I can tell you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a light like shooting out of the heart chakra, just like so bright. And this is a very, very like culminating energy to have a moon at the 29th degree, a full moon, not just any moon, but a full moon. I mean, just like what is going to add such intensity. And it's not, and the sun holds its own right here. The sun holds its own. And the moon has Jupiter. So this means that this is basically also a Sun-Jupiter day. Sun-Jupiter's days, the sun trine Jupiter is the best, most positive of the Sun-Jupiter days. But when the sun is basically opposing Jupiter, which happened a few days ago, but because it's still happening with an orb during this moon, it's still a Sun-Jupiter day. And what we're feeling is optimism, excitement, like a lot of extra energy, right? It's a little bit, it's big. It's like, it's a big deal. It's like, it grows, it expands. That's what Jupiter does. It just creates just this intensity and this expansion. So when the moon conjuncts Jupiter, it's going to expand whatever energy that represents. And so now on the other side of the spectrum, we have the moon at 29 degrees of Aquarius, which is very much a powerful, very mature energy of the Aquarius energy. So this is this is also ruled by Uranus. So this moon is ruled by Uranus. And here's something interesting about this. This moon is ruled by Uranus, and Uranus just went retrograde yesterday. He rules this moon. And so what we're seeing is when Uranus goes retrograde, I talked about it. When did I talk about it? I don't remember when I talked about it, but basically when Uranus goes retrograde, we feel, I think it was last night, we feel this very powerful desire to like literally cut out anything in their life that complicates our path towards freedom. That's what this retrograde is doing. So I don't know what's going to unfold. And oh my God, right now there's like 22 people in the chat. I don't know what's going to unfold, but I feel like this is a very powerful activation. All these sun and moon are portals. And I talk about these portals in my Stargates book. And so if you purchase the Stargates book, it is a way for you to connect to these portals on a daily basis. So this is the power of these portals, is that we get an opportunity to connect, to awaken, all of that good stuff. And this is no different. At the end of this, right, 2 weeks from now, when we have that new moon in Virgo, then that will be like, this cycle will be fully complete. But even after this full moon, we're still going to be in that energy. So super, super powerful, super awakening, this intense full moon that we got going on here. What else is happening on this day? We talked about Jupiter expanding the power of the moon. This is heightened emotion, heightened sensitivity, more focusing on the future also. Aquarius is also the higher mind, the future. So the moon is going to feel, if you can see it, this weekend is going to be amazing, and you're going to actually feel it's electric. A moon in Aquarius is very, very electric. So it also could be a Kundalini activation, an electrifying of the chakras. And I'm thinking all of the chakras, but also very much the heart chakra and the throat chakra, because Aquarius is an air sign, and it is one of the signs where we communicate with each other. So those are very, very strong themes that we will be seeing with this moon. There's also going to be a grand trine in air from Saturn, Venus, and the North Node. So let's talk about that for a second. So a grand trine is 3 trines combined together. So here's Saturn, here's Venus, and here is the North Node. See, Venus will be exactly trining the North Node. That's powerful. That's relationships, focusing on relationships and moving into the future. And then Saturn will also be trining the North Node, doing it in a way that is mature. It's a mature forward movement in relationships. And then Venus trine Saturn just adds to that effect. But these are also making a sextile to the South Node, which is the place of karma, where we are letting go of, these are always opposing, we're letting go of a lot. Wherever the South Node is right now is where you're releasing all of this energy, where you're releasing unwanted, unnecessary things from the past and moving towards the future. But this alignment, a grand trine in air activates the mind, which is really powerful, especially because this is an air sign moon. And the South Node actually is, the focus is on letting go, on releasing anything that no longer serves you and stepping into a more mature space in terms of relationships. So that's going to be really beautiful. There's another aspect that's going to be happening too. It's not exact yet, but it's getting close. And on this day, it's going to be within orb, an opposition from Venus to Chiron. And Chiron is the wounded healer. So I want to talk to you guys about what is Venus oppose Chiron. Chiron opposite Venus creates a receptivity to the alchemical nature of Venus, which is almost overpowering. The native, so if you have this in your chart, this is what it is, but this is also what we experience through the transit. The native is completely receptive, so we will be completely receptive and open to others. And unless we can have control over ourselves, what's going to happen is we're going to feel like a nervous energy because it is an activation. The native is alluring. We become alluring. Often seems to be from another planet and often has unusual, intuitive understanding of the esoteric because of the ancient occult connection with Venus. The orbit of Chiron is very elliptical, and many researchers, including Velikovsky, have brought forth much evidence of a severe disbalancing of the orbit of Venus around 1500 BC, when I believe Chiron died. This is from the Barbara Handclough book called Chiron. Many of the most hidden teachings are connected to such theories, which relate Venus to catastrophic cycles already discussed in chapter 2. Venus rules Eros, the feminine receptive power, to Uranian Kundalini energy, and this is a Uranus-ruled sign. The teachings involve opening ourselves to this energy, and the experience is chaotic to some degree. Since receptivity is in consciousness, is strongly related to the level of fear in the psyche of any individual, many researchers, including myself, believe there is a great collective amnesia about a catastrophe involving Venus around 1500 BC. This can manifest as a dissociative anxiety complex, which attaches itself to any potential fear in the environment. Esoteric mastery training investigates the secrets of Venus eventually, and much of this training has to do with breaking through fear. Damn, this is blowing my mind. Now with research on Chiron and the coming work on Nibiru, which is a whole nother story, the awareness of the relation of the 1500 BC catastrophe to Venus, Chiron, and Nibiru will grow. And natives with Chiron opposite Venus, or this transit that we're experiencing, will have a primary ability to understand this deep level of the occult. Aleister Crowley, master occult wizard with Chiron opposite Venus, is a great example of this dynamic. I mean, like, I can't make this stuff up. This is wild energies. I'm like, I can't even believe that this is actually happening right now. But that's another aspect that is happening during this moon. We'll also have Mars. Let's find those guys. We're also going to have, we saw this conjunction between Mars and Mercury exact like a couple of days ago. They're still going to be conjunct during the moon. They're also going to be making a trine to Uranus, who's at 14. Mars pretty much exactly making a trine to Uranus. And also close to, not exactly, not too close, but close to the opposition to Neptune. And this has other meanings as well. For example, with the Mars trine Uranus, this is giving us an independent spirit, like motivation, independent motivation, excitement, excitability, with assertiveness, intuition, progressiveness, and inventiveness, attaining the skills that we need to resolve things or solve things. With Mercury trine Uranus, this activates a humanitarian or independent and free thinking mind. And with the conjunction between Mars and Mercury, what we get is ability to focus more clearly. But with the opposition to Neptune, what's going to happen is with Mars, it can create feelings of inadequacy or low self-esteem. So that's what we have to watch out for. And then with Mercury opposing Neptune, it does activate a vivid imagination and creativity. So those are the energies that we are going to feel with these aspects between Mercury, Mars, trine, and Venus during the moon. So you can see there's a lot merging together with this moon. There's like so much going on. It's hard to like say, you can't just say, oh, it's just a moon in Aquarius, because it's not. It's so much more than that. So much more than that. So that's the astrology of the moon. And I want to talk about the Sabian symbol and the Chandra symbol next. So I'm going to switch screens back to here and catch up with the chat for a moment. See if I missed anything. Yes, Aquarius is very freedom-loving energy. Recent visitation, very strong. Yeah, Jupiter's right there. Great alignment. Yes. All good. My Chiron is opposite Libra stellium, which includes Venus. Well, there you go. So the book I was reading from, if you want to like dive into studying Chiron, is this book by Barbara Handclough. I think it's amazing. Her work blows my mind. It's just amazing. So let's talk about the Sabian symbols and the Chandra symbols of this moon, which give us symbolic interpretation of the moon. So we're going to go to 29 degrees of Aquarius. This is the Sabian symbol. Underwater explorers. Sorry, I'm already tripping balls because I just saw the word Atlantis. Okay. Underwater explorers view the ruins of Atlantis from the porthole of their submarine. Strange aquatic creatures are swimming between the broken columns. This is too much. This is what it means. The transience of all cultural forms, which have, I'm getting chills. Oh my God, this is the fall of Atlantis. Okay, which have periods of growth and decay as irregular as the tides. Dispassionately observing modern and ancient societies to see how we got into our present situation. Chuckling, ironic commentary on modern life from the perspective of an alien observer. Glassy-eyed examination of the monstrous evils thriving in our midst. What? Trying to shore up social institutions that still house a spark of their original ideas. I can't even handle this. Speculative analysis of a situation that is transforming even as one views it. Drawing away from the soulless norms of one's culture and finding a more real and vital way of being, even if this makes one seem like a weirdo. Staying awake and on top of one's options versus sinking into the unconscious decadence of the surrounding culture. Damn, Gina. Whoa, that just tripped me out. Okay, here we go. The Chandra symbol. Oh my God, that just really like tripped me the F out. This is like a starseed portal. Okay, here we go. The Chandra symbol for 29 degrees of Aquarius. A large pool filled with white water lilies in bloom. Can you imagine that? A large pool filled with white water lilies in bloom. Integration and synthesis. Putting it all together. Creative intelligence at its best. Having gone on ahead and seen what can be, yet suspended in your vision so that freedom and open-endedness are honored. Living on many planes at once in intricate refinement. You have the ability to hold in place as many independent variables as become relevant, an especially distinctive quality of unqualified and unconditional and regard and respect for one and all. Universal brotherhood and sisterhood as the impulse of the future active now. Let me read that again. A large pool filled with white water lilies in bloom. Integration and synthesis, putting it all together. Creative intelligence at its best, having gone on ahead and seen what can be, yet suspending your vision so that freedom and open-endedness are honored. Living on many planes at once in intricate refinement. You have the ability to hold in place as many independent variables as become relevant, an especially distinctive quality of unqualified or unconditional regard and respect for one and all. Universal brotherhood and sisterhood as the impulse of the future, active now. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The astrology for this double full moon in Aquarius. And I would love, love, love to tell you guys where this energy is happening in your chart. So let's go one sign at a time, and you guys tell me in the chat if this is one of your signs. The symbols are my favorite too. Atlantis has been on my mind. Yeah, it's just powerful. So, who is an Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising? For Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, this moon is going to be happening in your 11th house. So this has to do with everything that we just talked about, very focused, very centralized. Friends, groups of people, sharing your gifts with the world, being out there, like working together, the sisterhood and the brotherhood, just like that energy, focusing on networking, focusing on everything, every theme, very in a basic way. Everything we talked about is very intense for Aries, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. All right. Who is a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Venus, or Rising? For Taurus, this full moon is happening in your 10th house, which is the house of career. So the activation for you, the working together with people, the innovation, the focusing on the future, the portal that's opening up for us, the heart centering, the open, all of this is activating your 10th house of career, which means that for you need to focus on being on your life path and on showing up for the world. For Gemini, Sun, Moon, Venus, rising. This moon is happening in your 9th house. And this is the house of spiritual integration. So for you, I feel like you're going to be receiving visions. I feel like you're going to be in meditation is going to be a very powerful thing for you. And I also see you integrating lessons that you've learned from past timelines and future timelines as well. That's what I'm getting for Gemini. All right, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising. This moon is happening in your 8th house of death, change, and transformation. So expect endings that are leading to new beginnings. This is not new because think about this. The last moon that we had in Aquarius about a month ago was also in this area of our life. So this is a theme that we have been expressing, dealing with since Leo season began. This whole month has been about this. So this isn't new. So it's like endings and beginnings, releasing, letting go, moving away from that which no longer serves you and stepping into like a whole new energy. That's what it's going to be like for for Cancer, sorry. Leo is next. Leo, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising. This moon is happening in your 7th house. So what it's going to affect for you is your relationships. Relationships with people you love, relationships with business partners. All kinds of relationships are going to be aspected during this time. They will be highlighted and you get an opportunity to really be in your heart space with the sun. Like this is the last time, the last day of the sun in Leo. So you get to be in your heart space while also working within your relationships very, very strongly, Leo. All right, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising. This is happening in your 6th house of work, being in the present moment. So for you, this moon is about staying present. It is an activation like a Kundalini electric shock kind of, because it's that powerful, but you also need to stay present to what's going on in your daily life. Focus on the details. When we move into Virgo season, just a few hours after this full moon, you're going to feel a very strong, grounding cord, and then you'll be in your essence because Virgo season is coming. You'll be in that space where you get to enjoy being yourself, being in your light, and doing all the things, giving the world all the things that that are your gifts. But also, it's very important for you that you continue to always focus on what's right in front of you as things start to change and transform and all of that good stuff. For Libra, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising, this is happening in your 5th house of creativity and passion. Libra, you have to let your creativity flow. So I see like a lightning strike and then a fire, and that's your passion. So this moon is like the last sort of ignition, the last activation for you, the last spark that will send you off into this Virgo season feeling like you want to create and you want to make things happen and you want to bring projects into reality, into life, and you're going to feel amazing because you feel like you'll get charged up to be able to do that. For Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising, this full moon will be happening in your 4th house of the home. So the activation, the change, the shift, everything that you're going to be experiencing, you'll be experiencing in the realm of home and family. So this also has to do with actual people, but it can also be with whatever you consider to be home to you. Like home is where the heart is, or home is like your bed or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like there's just certain things that feel like home to you, like, certain cities or certain places feel like home to you. Everything that's where you might feel like a shift. You might feel an activation. You might feel like a surge of energy that helps you, because this is about connecting to our heart. Remember, the sun is on Regulus. This is heart expansion, heart activation, heart chakra, balancing or healing or awakening. And this is where you're going to feel that energy the most, is within home, the realm of home and family. And then for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising, this full moon is happening in your third house, which is the house of communication, the house of siblings, the house of the high priestess, the house of speaking your voice, sharing your truth. You may be inspired to speak more freely, to communicate more freely. You have been going through that really difficult, like, South Node Sag transit. And don't worry, you guys, this is going to change in January. In January, Scorpio's going to get it next. So, Sag, it's almost over. Okay. But on a serious note, I think that this is for you an opportunity to share your voice, speak your truth, say what you want to say, but also remember to take things with a grain of salt, because I feel like you're changing at a very deep level. And it's important for you to recognize that, because you're constantly letting go and releasing parts of yourself, old parts of yourself that are no longer a part of you now. And this is going to show you how much change has happened, especially this last month, but since obviously the transit of the South Node, which was last May, I believe it started. All right, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. This moon is happening in your second house. This is the house of finances, abundance. This is the house of connecting, grounding down to the earth, connecting to Mama Gaia, Mother Earth, the Empress, also a version of the sacred divine feminine. This is an activation of your ability to make money, or your ability to bring abundance, or your ability to like pick the fruits of your labor, like bring in that power, bring in that like juiciness. What were we talking about yesterday? Like the juiciness of life, like the quality, like bringing quality into your life. That's what this moon is going to be about, and it'll activate your like ability to do that, to bring those things in. So I think it's going to be powerful, because you get to experience also in a tangible way what can show up for you if you put the hard work into it, if you focus on it, which you're very, very good at already. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Of course, this is your moon, and it is the second one that is happening in this season. So for you, this is a very intense one. You had a moon in your first house of self-identity, your sense of self, your body, your energy. So you're going to get a boost of energy. It's like you getting your body literally getting hit by that like lightning strike of Uranus, and you feeling fully like recharged, charged up, like just electric, like floating around, like you touch things and like they spark or like, you know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. You may feel that way with this powerful moon that we're going to have very early in the morning on Sunday. So the theme for you is your sense of self. You may feel like you've grown a lot in the last month, that you've changed a lot in the last month, and it's all about yourself. Like, so who are you? You have to ask yourself, who are you? What am I here? How do I define myself? All of those things are themes that happen whenever you have a new or a full moon going through your first house. Yeah, zap, exactly. And then last but not least, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. You are having this transit in your 12th house, which is the house of the divine. It's divinity. It's also your relationship with your higher self. It's your compassion. It's the natural house for you that you rule, that your sign rules. So you feel like, even though it's Aquarius and it's an activation, I think where you're going to feel is heightened sensitivity, heightened intuition, heightened psychic powers. You may be visited, not in a weird negative way, but you may be visited by like strong messages coming through. Your spirit guides, your angels and teachers are going to be very present with you. The veil will be thinner, and you'll be able to connect with definitely different different energies that are going to help you understand. This is benevolent. We're talking about benevolent energy where you're connecting with your higher self, and then like your spirit guides coming in as well during this powerful like thinning of the veil, so that you can get the messages and continue to move forward in your life in the best way that you can. And so very important to trust your intuition during this time. It's going to be on point. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. I know I missed a bunch of comments there at the end because I was kind of like on autopilot. But I think you guys are enjoying the broadcast, and here it is, last couple of days. So what we're going to do tomorrow, by the way, if you're just coming in, make sure to follow me on Instagram at Channel for Grace, as well as our MeWe group if you want to connect with more people from the community. This MeWe group is called Channel for Grace Starseed Soul Tribe, and join us for the mini soul healing retreat. I talked about it in the beginning. You can rewind the video. But basically check all the links in the description. And I am going to do the ceremony tomorrow night, because Sunday night I have another thing to do. And we'll do it tomorrow night, which is probably better because the full moon's happening like at 5 a.m. So we'll be closer to it actually if we do. We'll feel the build up towards it if we do the ceremony tomorrow. So it's actually better. Anyways, come back tomorrow at the same time. And thank you all so much for being here. Thank you, Sage, Orbacron, Magali, Pawan, Niesha, Morningstar, Chrissy, Michelle. Hello, Eric. Yes. Thank you, Steph. Thank you for being here, Shannon and Wendy as well. Yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you have a beautiful, it's another social media app that's growing very fast. But we're going to be back tomorrow evening, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern for the ceremony. Make sure you don't miss it. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Sat Nam.